Welcome to our channel. Before we dive into the 20 mind-blowing facts you probably didn't know, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Let's get started. Fact 1. The only place in the world where Japanese is an official language is on the island of Angaur in Palau. Japan itself does not have a de jure official language at the national level. Fact 2. In 1907, French waiters went on strike for better working conditions, including better pay, more time off, and notably, the right to grow mustaches. At the time, societal norms and professional dress codes often prohibited lower-class workers, such as waiters, from sporting facial hair. The strike, which started in Paris, symbolized a broader struggle for workers' rights and highlighted the social divisions of the era. This unusual demand underscored how even small personal freedoms like the choice to grow a mustache were tied to larger issues of class and autonomy. Fact 3. Cool Whip, Tang, and Pop Rocks were all invented by the same man. All invented by William A. Mitchell, a food scientist at General Foods. Tang was developed in 1957 as a powdered orange drink. It became widely known when NASA used it on Gemini and Apollo missions. Cool Whip was created in 1966. It revolutionized dessert toppings with its ready-to-use whipped cream alternative. Pop Rocks was patented in 1975. This candy provided a unique fizzy sensation caused by trapped carbon dioxide being released when eaten. Mitchell held over 70 patents for food innovations, and was instrumental in shaping mid-20th century processed foods. His inventions remain iconic in American culinary history. Fact 4. The first streaming service was created in 1881. The theatrophone was an early form of audio streaming invented in 1881 by French engineer Clement Ader. It allowed subscribers to listen to live performances from operas and theaters through their telephone lines. It was initially introduced at the International Exposition of Electricity in Paris. The service became commercially available in the 1890s and lasted until 1932. While primitive by today's standards, the theatrophone was groundbreaking for its time and can be considered a precursor to modern streaming technology. Fact 5. Some Apollo missions included active seismic experiments involving rocket-propelled grenades and explosives. Specifically, Apollo 16 used a seismic experiment that deployed a mortar containing 4 rocket-propelled grenades. 3 of these grenades were launched during the experiment, with 1 remaining unused on the lunar surface. The purpose was to generate seismic waves that could be measured by geophones placed on the moon's surface to study its subsurface structure. The grenades were designed to detonate upon impact to create seismic signals. However, they were fired remotely for safety, after the astronauts had left the lunar surface. 5 of the grenades remain on the moon, unexploded. Fact 6. The majority of psychological research has been found to have a weird bias, meaning that test subjects were from Western, educated, industrialized, rich, and democratic societies. This term was introduced in a 2010 study by researchers Joseph Henrich, Stephen J. Hine, and Ara Norenzayan. Their analysis revealed that up to 96% of psychological studies are based on populations from countries that make up only about 12% of the global population, yet their findings are often generalized as if they apply to all humans. This bias has raised concerns about the universality of many psychological theories and findings, as weird populations differ significantly from other cultural groups in cognitive processes, behaviors, and social structures. Fact 7. Martha Gellhorn was the only woman reporter at the D-Day landings during World War II. Having been refused accreditation, she got there by stowing away in the toilet of a hospital ship until it set sail. She went ashore with medics to help bring back the wounded and reported on what she saw and heard. Gellhorn's bravery and determination made her one of the most respected war correspondents of her time. Fact 8. There are roughly twice as many kangaroos as humans in Australia. This means that for every person, there are 2 kangaroos hopping around the vast landscapes of the country. Fact 9. The Sultan of Brunei and his brother bought so many bespoke Bentleys that it saved the entire company from bankruptcy. The Sultan of Brunei, Hassan al-Bolkiah, and his brother Prince Jeffrey Bolkiah are known for their extravagant spending, especially on luxury cars. During the 1990s, they became some of Bentley's most significant customers. Their purchases played a key role in keeping Bentley financially afloat during a challenging period for the company. Fact 10. Some Civil War ships used 500-pound cotton bales for armor. Cottonclads, which were armored with 500-pound bales of cotton lining their sides, were weaker than their iron counterparts. However, cottonclads would often steam at full speed toward their combatants as the cotton absorbed as much enemy gunfire as possible, then would attack once they were within firing range. This actually worked better than expected. Fact 11. Milk Duds got their name because the manufacturers originally intended the candies to be perfectly spherical. However, the production process made it difficult to achieve this shape consistently. The irregular, failed spheres were jokingly referred to as duds, and well, the name stuck. Combined with the fact that the candy contains milk as a key ingredient, the name Milk Duds was born. Fact 12. Fatal familial insomnia is a rare genetic condition that causes sleeping difficulties, memory loss, and involuntary muscle twitching. This condition gets worse over time and unfortunately, it's life-threatening. Fact 13. Owls' ears are vertically asymmetric, giving them stereo hearing vertically as well as horizontally. This unique arrangement allows them to pinpoint sounds in 3 dimensions, horizontally, vertically, and in depth. The differing positions of their ears help them detect slight differences in the timing and intensity of sounds reaching each ear, which is especially useful for hunting prey in complete darkness. This stereo hearing gives them an extraordinary ability to locate their prey with precision. Fact 14. The shortest-lived empire in history was a restoration of the Qing dynasty of China, lasting for 11 days in July 1917. Monarchists seized Beijing and reinstated Emperor Puyi, deposed 5 years prior and now 11 years old, on July 1st and were pushed back out by Republican forces on July 12th. Fact 15. Many of the first giant sequoia trees discovered by Western explorers were cut down and exhibited at World's Fairs. Due to the sheer size of the trees, many fair attendees claimed they were hoaxes. Fact 16. In the 19th century, a common treatment for syphilis was to flush the vagina or urethra with mercury. The practice of using mercury for treating sexually transmitted infections, including syphilis, dates back even further to the 16th century. Mercury was applied in various ways including ointments, pills, and injections, and in some cases, the vagina or urethra was flushed with mercury solutions. Fact 17. The Dumont television network, often referred to as the Forgotten Network, was one of the early television networks in the United States, operating from 1940 to 1956. It was initially a major competitor to CBS and NBC, but struggled financially throughout its existence and ultimately went bankrupt. After the network shut down, many of its film tapes were discarded, and much of the archived content was thrown into the East River in New York, making it nearly impossible to recover. This loss of content is part of the reason why Dumont is often overlooked in the history of American television. Fact 18. In 2023, an infamous mafia hitman who was on the run for 16 years for killing people with a metal bar, was discovered working as a pizza chef. He assumed a false identity and lived openly, even gaining local fame for his work at a pizzeria. Ironically, his success led to a feature in a local newspaper, which tipped off authorities. Italian and French police collaborated to track him down, finally arresting him and bringing his time on the run to an end. Fact 19. NASA's Apollo 12 mission was struck by lightning twice during launch 36.5 and 52 seconds after liftoff on November 14, 1969. The mission continued successfully thanks to flight controller John Aaron's quick thinking, resetting a crucial system and allowing the crew to safely reach the moon. Fact 20. The first UPC-marked item ever to be scanned at a retail checkout was a 10-pack of Wrigley's Juicy Fruit chewing gum, purchased at the Marsh Supermarket in Troy, Ohio, at 8:01 a.m. on June 26, 1974. This event marked the beginning of the widespread use of barcodes in retail, revolutionizing inventory management and checkout systems. Gap 2S. And there you have it, folks. 20 incredible facts that have shaped the world in ways we might not even realize. From the Apollo missions to the revolutionary advent of barcodes, it's fascinating to see how everyday items and events have such profound impacts. Gap 1S. If you enjoyed learning these interesting tidbits, don't forget to hit that like button, share this video with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more amazing content. Gap 1S. Your support helps us bring you more intriguing and informative videos. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Gap 2S.